Hey friends, it's Angela with To Restore You, and I am back this week on, actually I didn't do it on our VIP page, I did it on my personal page just to hang out with some friends that I hadn't talked to. I was feeling a little bit like I needed some friend time. We did a little live video, and it was all sparked by these lovely little journal cards, which I'll talk about in a minute. So my friend Lacey and I, who has a business called Ritual & Co., actually had a retreat in, it would have been January of 2019. We had 12 women, and we had a weekend-long retreat at our event venue in Adel, Iowa, called Harmony Hall in Riverside. So if you haven't hopped over there, check it out, because it's pretty cool. And if you ever get a chance to come to Iowa, you need to come and visit us. And we stayed at the venue. We had glamping, which is one of our signature events that we have there. And one of the things that we did is made journaling cards that we talked about throughout the weekend. And we had them in this great big jar, which I'll grab right now because I brought it home from the venue. I have too many pretties. Oh, gosh. Okay, so you're just going to have to see it. It's this big, beautiful vase full of 365 days of journaling prompts, which we used and gave to all of our attendees. But then, if you don't know, let's see. Yeah, right here. At To Restore You at mykajabi.com. In 2020, I actually started envisioning and working on a creative movement for women, girls, anybody actually, and started working on workshops that we could have virtually that could then be extended live when we were over the COVID sitch. And so we launched our first workshop in February of 2021 this year. And there are about 9 different, what I call play dates. And it's $40, which is a hugely inexpensive value. And inside of that is $40 worth of freebies, including these 365 days of journaling. So I was trying to figure out what I could do with all of the journal prompts, because the kids and I do these, and our whole family, at night, and some of them are kind of tough. Like this one says, how do you feel at this moment? How is your relationship with your parents? Do you ever feel inferior, and why? I mean, there's a lot of, let's see, let's get to, make a list of things you will never do or try again. 5 words that you would use to describe yourself today, but you can kind of get the gist of it. What do you love about your life? And these are just things that you can, excuse me, my allergies are so bad, and I'm going to go grab my water because I thought I had it and I don't. Hold, please. I'm back. So I was like, well, what could we do with these that were more portable and that I could share with more people? And so I had a few birthdays and just thank you gifts that I wanted to give to someone. So I decided this would be awesome as a tag on a bottle of wine or 6-pack of beer if somebody wants it. So I made this cute little grouping of prompts, and there were 30 days because we're doing 30 days of calm. And it's funny because my 30 days of calm is actually 30 days in the 30 days that I decide. Not 30 days in a row, but, you know, you got to roll with it. When you're a mom and a business owner and all that other fun stuff, you know, it goes with flow. So give a stranger a hug, and I've actually done that, so wasn't embarrassed about it. But anyway, there are 30 days in this little pack, and I've already given one of my packs away. So I thought it would be fun for me to show you how to do something similar. Whether you are into mindfulness, like To Restore You is focused on. And that's what's cool about it, is all my tutorials are about being creative and creating journals. But on our To Restore You at mykajabi.com, we really talk about being mindful, about taking time for yourself, about actually how to execute writing in those journals. And it was my COVID release in order for me to get where I needed to be in 2020, because we have got a lot of businesses, we've got a lot of balls in the air all the time. And I was feeling that kind of anxiousness, and I needed to do something that was productive that I thought that I could share with other people. And it was a way for me to connect with people when I really couldn't connect. So that is what I did. And I'm going to set these aside because we are going to talk about something just a little bit different. So on my live video, I intended to show everyone how to make one of these, but just like talk about being mindful and everything that To Restore You is based on is about really being mindful about where our mindset is. And so all of the things I was doing sometimes felt like I was losing a little sight of where I wanted to be and where I wanted to go and how I could influence and make a difference in other people's lives. So I was like, okay, other people need to understand that this isn't just about crafting a journal. It's not just about paper and ephemera and all that other stuff. So I started this, and it was so cool because there were so many guys on my live that I kind of switched it up, and I started by showing them how to make the cover and all that good stuff. And then I just used old paper that I coffee dyed, and I really started talking about, you know, guys, like, you can't go out on a date necessarily or, you know, do a whole lot of fun things right now. But one of the things that would be a great alternative to journal prompts is to give someone, the love of your life, a gift that was, you know, 30 days of coupons that they could pull out or whatever it is. And it just so happens that Dave's already getting 2 tickets to Luke Combs, so I just put it in there. And, you know, get a massage. So I showed them how to make this, and the response was very well received. So I want to continue to talk about that a little bit while I make a few additions to this page, because clearly 2 things that are in here is not gonna work. So the reason I kind of shifted when all the guys were online is that when Dave and I were, I don't know if we were married or not. I said that last time. He gave me a jar very similar to what I just showed you with 365 days of Christmas. And everyone was a Post-it note. And every Post-it note, they were color coordinated, which I thought was really cool. And one was like songs that reminded him of me. And one was things that we did. And one was funny things that I said. And one was things that we want to do in our future. And so it was just so cool. And so every single day I got to pull out these awesome cards, and it just made my day. And so I thought, well, why wouldn't somebody, you know, take a couple seconds and whip one of these up? And guys can do this. It does not have to be this fancy. But if you want, they should watch this YouTube video so they can actually learn how to do it. And so after about a month or two of having that, my mom came over and stayed with the kids for, I don't know, we were out of town for some reason. And when I came back, I started pulling things out, and my mom had actually started putting things into the jar, which was so cool because it was like things from when I was little and things she appreciated about me now as a mom. And like, I cried every day, but you know, I do anyway, so that's awesome. But this can be so impactful. And when we're dealing with COVID and all the stuff that's going on, and even when we're not, this is a perfect gift that is going to be amazing to whomever gets it. And I think what I'm going to do, my niece had a birthday in February, and God love her, we're finally getting together for Easter so we can give her gifts. And I think I'm going to like make little tuck pockets, and I'm going to put gift cards in several of them. And then that's going to be your gift. And then I'm going to tell her like 30 things that I love about her. But you've got to be kidding. The puppy is now saying she needs to go potty. She's going to have to wait. She'll come over. She's just mad because I'm ignoring her. So what I did is I made these 4.5 by 2.5 for the covers. And what I used is simply everything was a synthesis card. I got it at Goodwill or somewhere, and I've got like hundreds of these. So I just covered it with regular paper, and she's not going to let me off the hook. I'm going to have to go out and let her out. Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm going to do it this way. 4.5. And 2.5. And I love this, but I always am worried that I'm not going to get it exactly right. Okay. Zenny Boo, come here. And then I just rounded the corners. And this will be my back side of it. I did not do that on, I did not do that on this one. But I think just for, if you're giving this as a gift, and it's as simple as that's the gift, you probably need to do something that's a little bit more substantial. All right, so backside. And these rings, I don't even know exactly where I got them, but I'm fairly sure it was probably Amazon. Okay, this is my crocodile, and I'm just going to give it a big old punch. Just to put it on the back. Now, I don't know. Like, I love that if you're giving these as a gift, that they can pull this out as a coupon, that they're terrible. So, not terrible like terrible with a T-E-R-R-I-B-L-E, but T-A-R-A-B-L-E. So then they can just rip these out really, really quick. But, so those are a little bit bigger, just so it covers it. So we're going to put that aside. We're going to just make a bunch of these. Honey, do we need... Where are you? Zenny. Let's see. Come here, see Mama. You want to come sit with Mama? And I'm going to do these 4 1/4. And you can see that they're a little wrinkled, so. My gosh, I have so much paint and ink and all kinds of things. Come here, boo. Come here, I'll hold you. Hold on. Come here. Okay. You sit in your comfy spot. So I'm just cutting a bunch of these. And by the way, if you have never coffee or tea stained paper, it is like the easiest thing. And I know people think I'm crazy. Oh gosh, darn it. Oh, that's fine. I literally get my coffee. I drink it until it's cold. And then I get my paintbrush out and I start tea dyeing paper almost every day, which is kind of funny, but that's fine. And this is going to be, this particular one is going to be extremely vintage, so we're just going to do with it as we wish. So you just make these pages. And guys, or girls, if you don't have what you need in order to make these, if you don't have a hole punch, like, guys, you have something. So this is called an awl, I believe. It's a pokey thing, in my opinion. Go out to your garage. You can find everything that you need in order to make one of these. You not have to have all these fancy tools that I have. It's totally not necessary. And you don't even need, like I said, Dave made mine with Post-it notes and just put them on a piece of paper. So now we've got it. And I am going to show you just a few things that you can do with these. So in the very back now are my 2 tickets to Luke Combs and a massage. Happy Easter to my husband, because he's going to get this weekend. But you can just like start putting like little fun things on here. And I am using Fabrifix to put this on. This just makes it more snazzy. And I literally just rip paper and glue it on and make it pretty. So maybe you just want to, okay, I'm very particular about my pans. Maybe write just a quick little note. And there's something to be said, like, I collect a lot of ephemera, and I cry so many times when I read the back of a postcard, just because I love old recipes, and I make my grandma, who is she'll be 92 April 19th. I'm like, please, will you just write that recipe out? Because I love having handwritten recipes. But there's something to be said about having just a little note. And there's also something to be said about writing on any paper that has been tea dyed or something like that. So this was our song, I Choose You. So that's my gift tag. And then I would continue to write all these wonderful things that either I love about him or a little gift that he can pull out. And it like takes maybe 5 minutes to put this together. So what an awesome gift to give to anybody you know. And what an alternative, because I am horrible at buying birthday cards and things like that. But I have tons of paper, so I can always make something that's really, really special. And it's unexpected. Like, people are like, wow. Like, you didn't only buy me a 6-pack of beer, but you also put, like, a little note and told me all the things that you think I'm awesome at. Pretty special. And then I just follow it up by putting a little ribbon. And sometimes, if these get really fat, they will not fit on a bottle at all. So I just do another little pretty ribbon. And I have to use fabric scissors. I always forget. And then I just pop it on the end of the tag, on the end of the bottle. And that's the other thing is I think that, okay, this is a personal thing. You can tell me if you disagree. I don't know if I just did right over left and left over right or 2 times the same way, but that's fine. I really do not like buying the bags that wine goes in. So I'm like, there's other ways that I can do that. One thing I do is I've saved a pair or 2 of jeans and then just cut them off at the legs and then sewed them up really quick on my sewing machine and made it into an adorable bag for wine. And then somebody can re-gift it. Like, it's all about re-gifting, right? Now, if you wanted, you could, like, embellish every single page as you went about it. This is very nature-y in nature. Would that be appropriate? Mama needs a manicure. I'm afraid, though, if I get a manicure, then I'm just going to ruin it because all my pretty nails are going to be stained. Okay, so I have all these adorable pieces from Tim Holtz. But I'm feeling, oh, here, we'll do this. We'll just do a little piece of this. And we're going to put it at the bottom of this. And then that way we can put something else on it. I do like to go with a lot of themes. So when I plan my projects, like I might plan a pastel project or an Easter project. And then that way I can get everything together. We're going to tuck that underneath there. I'm always an afterthought, so there's a lot of times that things get glued down way later. And this is kind of beautiful, and it looks really good. It would look really pretty if you probably popped it out with a foam piece, but I hate the foam pieces I have, so that's not happening. And there you go. I love us. You're a specimen of perfection. And there you have it. A whole 30 days of love for whoever you choose to give it to. So I want you to make sure that if you haven't already, subscribe below to our page. And if you want to do some live VIPs, we're going to be doing some challenges. I have freebies and a whole bunch of digital things that you're going to get from me as well on our VIP page, which is right here at To Restore You VIP group. So join us for that. And I'll be back in just a few short moments to show you a couple other things. Oh, the other thing that I cut out, I'm doing another one just like this one, except it's going to be I am statements. So it's one thing that we practice in mental mindset, and it's I am amazing. I am vulnerable. I am strong. I am peaceful. Whatever you're feeling at that very moment. And so I'm using these library cards that I actually got on Amazon. I think they were under $20. I think they were like 18 or 11. I'm not sure. So I'm going to write down each day, and I'm going to write what I am and how I am. And so I think I'm just going to put like a whole bunch of those together and give them as gifts as well. So you can do that too. Also, if you have not registered for our mindfulness journal journey, you should. And you can do that at To Restore You at mykajabi.com. And on Instagram, you can follow us at To Restore You. So I hope to see you next time. And until then, take time, just be. Cheers.